Greetings to audiences in Colorado and around the world. We have the pleasure of speaking now with Madhu, who comes to us from southern India to speak about his film, Death Offers Life, Last Moments of Vincent Van Gogh. Madhu, thank you so much for being with us today.
Okay. The honor is mine.
I assure you, the honor is ours. And to that point, your film, of course, orbits around the figure of the Dutch painter, Vincent Van Gogh. And I know that you have written about him prior to this film. How did Van Gogh come into your imagination as an artist? Were his paintings important for you as an artist when you were younger? How did Van Gogh first become important for you in your imagination?
I am the writer of this movie, and I also produced this. I am the producer of this movie. The story of this movie is actually from my a story published in my book. The book was published in 2015. That book.
Very nice. Excellent.
And the story is this: Vincent Van Gogh meets death.
Wow. What was that process like, Madhu, of translating your work from a literary format to film? What was the process like of adapting your own work?
I couldn't get you.
No problem. I was just wondering, what was the process like of adapting your story from?
That is actually the life of Van Gogh. He was not an recognized artist during his lifetime. He was very poor, poverty, and more than that, he had insanity also to trouble him. He was always in trouble. Perhaps his genius was like that. On one side, he painted pictures. On the other side, he couldn't get anything from his art, like money, recognition, even food. He couldn't get. So both went in different ways. The paintings were there, and he could not enjoy his work because no one recognized him. And once he died, he died at the age of 37. Once he died, everything changed. Within 6 months to 1 year, the paintings were much demanded. And at present, we know that even one painting is enough for 3 generations. In some cases, or even 10 generations can live with what they get from the sale of one of Van Gogh's painting. So this irony, what happened? Actually, he didn't get anything from his own work during his lifetime, but others who got hold of his work through any means. Sometimes they may have bought it for a much less price, some $1 or $5 or something like that, after his death. But they made a fortune out of it. Mm-hmm. People are still making money from them. In museums also, if you want to see it, we have to take ticket, and it is money generating. Economics is working with this painting. But the creator didn't get anything from it. So it is a sad affair. So as an artist, what happens when you are unrecognized and you have a great talent in you? That is what Van Gogh is saying. Unrecognized talent is a burden for the artist.
I was just wondering how you went about casting these two beautiful actors that you had. How did they come about?
Actually, that was done by the director. I just gave him the story and the money. All the other work was done by him. The selection of actors. He's actually a person working in the film industry, Malayalam film industry. Mm-hmm. Small time work he is doing in the film, and he has made 2 short films. I saw one of it, and it was very good for me, and that's why I called him. And when he heard the story, he said, "Okay, let's do it." So all the other things, all the 100% thing, except the story and the money, the credit goes to the director, Sair Abbas. He took the cast, he brought in the cameraman, he brought in the art director, everything. Even the shooting was taking place in his place. I am living in Trivandrum and he's living in Kochi, Ernakulam. About 150 miles. The distance is so short, but everything happened there.
And Madhu, are you working on other scripts right now, or short stories, or long form?
Everything is inside here. Everything is inside here. When the money comes, it will come out. Actually, for me, I have spent around $6,000 for making this film, and the same amount has gone for presenting it to worldwide festivals. We have till now got, I'm saying it humbly, that we have got today one award we got, then it has become 97, our number. We have got 97. We are waiting for 3 more to get the magic figure, a 3-digit figure for it. But to get an award from a festival, you have to send it at least to 10 festivals. For 2 or 3, maybe we be getting selection, and 1 or 2 awards. That would be the ratio. So we had to send our film for above 1,000 festivals. For all that, we had to accept some festivals like yours. Others are all charging entry fees, and we can now afford only an amount of $10. If it is about $10, I just skip off the festival. I won't look into any details. We can't afford it. In America and US, there are hundreds of festivals where the minimum amount would be $30, 40, 50, that goes like that. We cannot afford it. So we go for the lower fees festival. And we get response also.
How did Death is Life come about? How did you come up with that title?
Pardon?
How did you come up with Death is Life, the title of your movie?
The art life.
How did you come up with Death is Life?
Death offers life?
Yes, Death offers life. How did you come up with that title?
That's what I said earlier. The pathetic condition of Van Gogh. What he went through. I am now 54. I started writing around 23rd year. 32 years I am writing. I am not still recognized now. Maybe this went in with the Van Gogh life also. It may have gone. But I have a job, I have a family, I have children, and all the other things. Van Gogh didn't have anything like that. So you are suffering from it. And what goes on through the mind of one artist would definitely influence another artist also. Even if it is, even there's 100 years gap between the two persons. One thing we are all, the team, the film are saying is that we have Van Gogh with us, behind us, guiding through the film. He still takes us to the festivals. People get noticed through him. So beyond God's grace, what we think is that Van Gogh is helping us from somewhere.
Well, Madhu, your writing is a beautiful tribute to Van Gogh, and is a just stunning reimagining of everything you've described about the sort of wagers of his life and artistry and suffering. And we thank you so much for sharing your film with our audiences.